everyone, this is Sheettal. I'm here with Ayushi Jain. Together we are here to explore the power of Ho'oponopono healing, sharing wisdom and creating a transformative energy that resonates with both of us. Let's explore this session of synergies, shared insights and the healing power of Ho'oponopono. So let me introduce you Ayushi Jain. She is a personal growth coach and an internationally certified Ho'oponopono and EFT healer with 7+ years of experience. And she has transformed lives of 1,000+ people through her online consultations and live courses and programs. She's an introvert, really, Ayushi, who turned out to be among the top 100 speakers of the country in a public speaking reality show, Super Speaker Season 3. That's awesome. She's also a podcaster and a YouTuber and a lifelong learner. Learning never ends for us, isn't it? She is on a mission to help 100,000+ people achieve a healthy, balanced and a luxurious lifestyle using healing and manifestation techniques. Ayushi, a very warm welcome and thank you for accepting my invite. Seeing someone as young as you with such deep wisdom and understanding of life and healing is really inspiring. My daughter needs to learn a lot of things from you.
Oh my God, now this is overwhelming. Thank you so much for such an amazing introduction and for having me with you live here. And oh my God, when you're saying all these things, it was like a whole flashback for me. And I think I love doing these lives because people remind me that baby, you're young, you have a lot to do, you have a lot to experiment. And I love these conversations. So yes, damn excited for this one.
Yes, super. So, see, we have a lot of things in common, right? Now, the very first thing I would like to start with, how come, you started? How come you drew to become a healer? If I would say that where did I start my journey from, then as you know, I'm a psychologist, right? So when we treat people with therapies and with all the techniques which we use, I somewhere felt that something more is needed, right? So this was a kind of a modality which I wanted to use, healing, because besides you do therapy, they need to calm themselves, they need to see themselves from inner. And I felt Ho'oponopono was something really which helped me, and it helped, it's also helping the clients whom I'm dealing with. So tell me, how did you drew to become a healer at such a young age, I would say?
Alright, so I would call it destiny. I had no plans of any of this. I was a professional teacher. I used to teach English. Then I switched to online coaching and I was teaching effective communication, public speaking, that I still do. But there were some inner turmoils. Like we have already done a podcast together which launched like just yesterday. And watching through that conversation gave me so many insights. So there were some things that I was dealing with when I was switching my career, switching my platforms, trying a lot of new things, dealing with a lot of issues that most of us have from our childhood, from our past experiences. So I started Ho'oponopono and EFT just as a source of self-healing. So I got introduced to it on a live session like this through a friend, and I still dismissed it. I was like, "ठीक है, होता होगा कुछ, I don't know, we'll see." But somehow it kept coming back somehow, and then I jumped into this webinar of Mitesh sir, my mentor, and at that time it clicked. I'm like, this can work, this can create some major difference in me, and I've always been totally into personal growth and stuff, so I was always finding things that can help me grow as a person, as a personality, and this resonated with all the areas. So I just dived in and I just learned this for my self-healing. But slowly, gradually, I started to see some major differences in a lot of things. Like we say, in all areas of my life, health, relationships, career, money, everything. So I was like, this can be applied to literally everything, including public speaking, self confidence, and all the self doubts and issues that my clients were dealing with. So it started like that. I immersed some of these techniques into the effective communication and public speaking. Then I combined it with personal growth, and eventually it happened that I just kept learning about more modalities, more techniques with Dr. Meghna Dikshit and other very amazing people. So we had some sessions with Dr. Joe Vitale, Dr. John DeMartini, who are like literally legends in the field of manifestation and healing. And then it just happened one step after the other, and I became a certified healer. And then again, I was doing free healings and I was just doing for the sake of learning and experiencing. But eventually I saw that there is a huge need to people for this, and I was like, I have a natural tendency of being a supposed therapist, which I think all women do, that we are natural therapists. If we see anyone going through anything, we will be just diving in, like, come tell me, I will make you feel better, I will make you ease it out, just share it and just let it out. So that's a natural tendency of this in women. So I was like, this is sounding like a calling to me, so let's see how far I can go. And that's how it started. Now I'm still experiencing and wondering and exploring how far I can go, so let's see.
That's super. When you said that it came back to you every time you didn't, you really didn't want to get into it, I would say the same has happened to me as well. Because when, like, I have my business partner, Trupti. So when we both have our own, we both have done together things, like we have done NLP together, we did Ho'oponopono together, we did a lot of other, life coaching together, and a lot of things we have learned together. But when Ho'oponopono was her idea, okay, she wanted to get into healing. So I said, why healing? I had that big question mark. Yes, I was teaching yoga, I was teaching meditation, right? But then my mindset was on a different zone. I felt that if we come into healing, then people won't come us for neuro-linguistic programming, people won't come us for leadership skills, which was our main niche at that point. But slowly and eventually, when I got into this, I felt it can be connected with each and everything. Not only that, I also do healing with children now. When they are experiencing this stress during exam, right? When they are having this fights with friends, so I just tell them, do the Ho'oponopono prayer, the 4 magical lines, and they are all ready to go. So the exploration took a little while, but it was magical, I would say. And now with each and everything, healing is but obvious. That's the main thing, because once you are healed from inside, when you have healed yourself from inside, then everything around you gets healed. The negativity, especially, if you are carrying a negativity within yourself and then you are dealing with people, the opposite will never happen. It will never work, right? It's never going to become positive. But when you have healed yourself, when you have become positive towards the circumstances, towards people, then everybody changes. The whole surrounding around you changes. So I have also experienced this, and now it's only healing. That's the main thing. So storytelling now became a second hand from healing. Healing is the first priority.
Amazing. And kudos to you that you're doing it for the children, because that's literally the need of the hour. The generation after millennials, the Gen Z and the Alpha X generation, they literally have it really tough, because they have so many distractions, so much information overload, and plus the extremity of emotions. So the way you're doing it for the children, it's literally amazing work that you're doing. So congratulations.
Thanks. So when you started doing this Ho'oponopono, what it actually made you change your perspective towards healing? How did you see it? Can you tell me that?
Okay, so like you said, we are inborn learners, and I am a person from a science background. So anything that I approach in life is from the perspective of learning or understanding it with logic. So the key reason that happens with many people, I think, who have been just introduced to these techniques is that it's something voodoo or very occulty thing, and I had my skepticism as well because I'm a very logical person otherwise. So I was like, let's try this, let's try to understand. But what I loved about the way Mitesha taught it and the way I'm taking it forward is that we explain it and derive it from the base of science, that it is completely
Yes.
scientific and it works on the frequency on cellular level of your biology and physiology, literally. That's when I got literally hinged. That's when I was connected, like, okay, this makes sense to me, and these are proper techniques that you can practically do and you can notice the difference. Like, there were times, of course, there will be a proper process and a proper journey of every single person who starts with Ho'oponopono or any healing modality. You will believe, then you will be doubtful, then you will believe, you will be doubtful. You'll practice it, you will
Yes.
get lost, then you will practice, then you will again feel lost. So that definitely happens. But
Right.
during this procedural timing or time period, what I noticed is that when I am practicing on a continuous basis, I am a different person. And when I'm not, I'm falling back into my, old patterns or those depths, the abyss of your really deep, dark emotions. That's
Yes.
when it hit me that, oh my God, this actually is working on a very deeper level, and now I need to do this right. So when that clicked, I was like, now I will understand it and apply it practically in everything. And then I got to see many results. And that is exactly the journey I've seen in all of my students, my community members as well. So this is something that you definitely have to go through the journey first. But once you get the practical experimentation, I would not say results, because that you will
Yes.
automatically get. But when you
Absolutely.
get this proper synchronization in your head that this is scientific, bro, this is working, when you're practicing it,
Yes.
you can see visible results, you can literally note down, you can document it, and then there
Yes.
is no reason left to not believe or not practice it. So that's how it went for me.
Right. So when you're telling me this, I remember there was one of my clients, who had come, and when I taught him the Ho'oponopono prayer, the four magical lines, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you, he could not literally say it. He was not ready to take the responsibility. Why should I tell sorry? That was the first thing. But the whole concept of आप जब sorry बोल रहे हो, आप पहले खुद को बोल रहे हो, right? You're healing yourself first. So rather than judging the other person or rather than कि मैं क्यों ऐसा करूँ, right? That needs to be really taken out of your mind, because there is nothing wrong in saying I'm sorry, please forgive me. Right? ऐसा नहीं है कि आप you will feel lower by telling sorry or you are giving authority to somebody that you are feeling sorry. Right? मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने mistake की है इसलिए आप sorry बोलो. But this is just a simple prayer like any other prayers. Like even I would say a Gayatri mantra. Right? So something like that it is. कि आप बोलो, मतलब don't judge the words or don't judge, अपने आप को judge मत करो कि मैं ऐसा क्यों बोलूं. Why should I say this? So some people, to break that mindset was a challenge at times. But then with when we told them about the experiences, how wonders it is doing, I mean, then they literally started understanding, and then when they saw the magic, तो उनको पता लगा कि okay, this is something, and it is really magical. I would say the 4 lines are as magical as our other prayers what we do it, right? मतलब आप
Totally.
गायत्री मंत्र बोलो, आप कोई भी दूसरा मंत्र बोलो, अगर आप ये भी बोल रहे हो तो it is the same effect, I would say. ये वो जो ripple effect बोलते हैं ना, वैसे something like that.
Yes.
So true. So, and I mean, we have been having those kind of clients as well, right? So again, the same question, like, have you handled resistance from people? Like, as I told you, how I had this challenge with one of the clients. So have you also had this kind of resistance of clients before when you started?
Okay, the key resistance is the lack of belief itself, I would say,
Yes.
which, like I said, the key resistance that I faced would be consistency, because my focus is always on making it a lifestyle, build it in your habits. So the more you make it familiar to you, you already have mastered, you know, as a psychologist, the more familiar you make things, easier it gets to practice it. So my focus is always on making this a habit for all of them, and this is the thing of highest resistance, even for anyone. Even for me in the beginning, it was the same. To literally make it so much a part of you that now even in sleep you're like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Now it's like natural when you're eating, when you're drinking, when you're doing anything new. So my focus is always on making this a habit. So initially, yes, there are some resistance, but again, when you're backing it with science and the way you explain it, that Baba, listen, this is not a voodoo thing, or just for the sake of showing it off. We have proper results, we have documentations. So I think to tackle these resistance, the best thing is the community that worked for me. That they are connected to each other on a consistent basis. In my premium WhatsApp group, in my community, people are sharing by themselves. These are the practices we have done, these are the results we have created. Now when repeatedly different results, the people who are new to it, they are seeing the senior members, they are sharing it, that we did this technique, we released this emotion, this got manifested, or this got created, or we made it happen. It's all part of the same deal. So this I think reduces the resistance by a lot. So my solution to it was, one, making it a habit, making it part of your lifestyle, and second, the community. When you're doing it literally with people who are in the same vibration as you, same mentality as you, aiming for the same things that you're aiming, everything becomes 10x easier and more fun as well. So now there are people, they are healing each other, they are connecting with each other, like we are collaborating, they are collaborating together. So this was literally my dream like a year ago, and now it's happening. So this is literally the best thing ever happened to me. So that's how I faced and tackled the teeny tiny resistances that might come from the clients.
Right. So, this has been a continuous experience for me, start from my career. When I started teaching English, when I started teaching phonics to children, the parents would come and ask कि मेरा बेटा कितनी जल्दी सीख जाएगा, how quick will my child learn. So I feel everyone is always looking for a quick fix. कि मैंने होपनो स्टार्ट कर दिया पर रिजल्ट्स तो नहीं मिल रहे हैं, so I feel this is some kind of a myth that people always carry with themselves. But when I used to get students for phonics, they are paying for 1 month and they're telling एक महीने में आ जाएगा ना, with my child learn in a month. But how can a child develop the base in just a month? It's not possible. So that mentality of quick fix, and then again, right, the frequencies needs to match, right? So अगर आप सिर्फ करने के खातिर कर रहे हो, तो you are not going to get results, right? You need to get involved. मतलब अगर लेमन वर्ड में बोलूँ तो खुद में चढ़ना चाहिए, right? If it gets,
I like that.
isn't it true, right? कि सिर्फ okay, Ho'oponopono is giving results. It has इसको result दिया. That has magical results. She has manifested. That lady has manifested. But what did they really do to do it? Right? They have not, just for the sake of doing it, they are not doing it. Right? It literally needs to be an inner reflection, and then only you will start getting the outer reflections. Right?
Very similar, actually, ditto. We literally have ditto journey, just I think change of age or some experiences here and there. I also started with the same thing. So when you said the phonics thing, I'm like, oh my god, this is so relatable. I literally heard the exact same things. And even so, what I think the difference is the thing of clarity and intention. So I make sure that whenever we are, especially with the one-on-one consultations, whenever we start, it's like, tell me properly, write it down right here in front of me, what exactly do you want and what are you willing to do for it. बिकॉज लाइक यू सेड पीपल वांट मैजिक फिक्स, तो हमारा रहता है ना कि जल्दी का काम शैतान का काम होता है, वो दैट इज ट्रू.
Yes. Right, right.
आराम से टाइम लेके until you embed something in your, like you said, in your inner self, in your mind, in your body, and then the coordination, until the mind body soul coordination happens, nothing gets manifested. That's a fact. So I focus in the very beginning, that get clear first, what is your intention. And then they say that, oh, this lady manifested 1 lakh in so fast, why haven't I? Because you're in the energy of desperation, and her intention was clear. She wants this for this, she will do this with this. So I reverse engineer that where we are going wrong, pinpoint, reconvert. Like again, it's entirely the game of rewiring your brain, and it's not a thing of 1 month, or you can never tell a particular timeline for this. It will be different for each and every person, and there are people who actually does it in 1 month or very less than that also. Because I have one lady, she's herself a law of attraction coach, like you said. She's a platinum member in with other coaches, and took a lot of courses, invested a lot of money, and then came to me, and then she actually created results in just 4 sessions. So she was like, I did so much. She asked me herself that what was the difference with you. So I was like, because we targeted, we narrowed down, we cleared out the noise and the confusion, because you have taken so many courses but you are not practicing any of them. Whether on the other side, I did 3 courses, but I did them with full shiddat. That's my like literal motto, and that's my personality trait. I would say everything or nothing kind of person. When I'm in it, then I'll be completely in it. So that's what I kind of implicated on the person as well, and then things becomes a cakewalk. And another thing I make it a point is to make it fun, like a game. So when it becomes a game, then again it's easier to practice. Then you literally track every single day. Okay, I did this. This change happened, and when you can see visibly in front of you that changes are happening in me, not outside. It's all game of the inside, and it exactly is. Law of attraction is like attracts like. What you want, you have to become that. So we are literally doing personal growth and literal therapy only, but with proper neuroscientific modalities. That is all that Ho'oponopono is. It's proper healing, but transforming yourself in during the same process. So when I molded it, of course it took a good time of like 6-8 months to understand with different clients and everything, making mistakes along the way. But when this got formulated, then it was like, okay, now we have a process, and for every problem that you come to me, I have a pre-written solution that will work, because it has worked for a lot of people, including myself. So that's how it's going.
Right. So after I started healing, I got a lot of people who had relationship issues. Or the maximum of those are coming who have relationship problems. ऐसा 90% of clients we have who have relationship problems. So is it really working out with them? Like I would say your experience in that. How is it working? Is it really working? Because see, again, यहाँ ताली एक हाथ से नहीं बज सकती. Right? It's a relationship problem. So both of them have to work with each other, right? So how do you deal that?
Firstly, thank you so much for putting out this question, because this is something that shocked me the most in my whole journey with Ho'oponopono and other healing modalities that I've been learning. Firstly, for myself, this was the greatest result that I created for myself. When I started Ho'oponopono, I was dealing with a lot of relationship issues myself, with the family, with myself, more rather than others. It's with yourself. Most of the times it's the case, because there's something unresolved in you that is attracting certain situations in your life. So firstly, I created the best results in relationship, and then I have no idea how it works, but I kept getting people who were dealing with like severe relationship issues, and they were nothing like mine, totally different, because I myself was little suspicious about this. Like Jay-Z say, I was sus that I am unmarried, but I was able to deal with issues of marital issues and such, I would say, extreme marital issues and a lot of those things. I was surprised myself that I am able to heal this or help them, give them the exact solution they needed, and it literally got healed miraculously. That was a shocker for me as well. That was a milestone rather for me. That, oh my god. And for the first time you are like, okay, maybe you were in the right zone of mind or something like that. Then it happened repeatedly with multiple people, and not just a relationship, as if, all kinds, with a husband wife, with boyfriend girlfriend, with a father daughter, or siblings, parents, and all of it combined, and it worked on all of them. Then I was like, wow, we have cracked the code. And then it's just like cakewalk. Now it's like you can decode. Like, you can definitely relate with this as a psychologist. The more you are dealing with more and more patients or clients, you can then decode that this, okay, she said this is coming from here, this is coming from here. So I can see the dots connecting. Like, it literally became like a painting thing. And I suck at drawing painting, I have no idea. But this one came out perfect. So yes, this was my one of the favorite parts of the journey, that the relationship issues definitely gets healed, and it heals in miraculous ways. And the scientific reason I would say why is because the entire Ho'oponopono thing is based on healing what's inside you. So Dr. Hewlett, the category that we follow, he also did the same thing with the advanced Ho'oponopono that we also work with, that he healed all the negative emotions and the beliefs in himself, which in turn reflected in his patients. So everyone watching this for the first time who does not know about this, do search Dr. Hewlett's story on Google and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. That he healed the entire psych ward of mental patients without even meeting them. So I think in relationship, like you said, that it is another person. We cannot expect something, but you can, because we are literally healing our emotions towards that person or that scenario or that situation. So it definitely reflects. Again, this is not a voodoo or magic thing. It will not happen in like 1 day, 2 day thing. But eventually, when you're doing it under proper guidance with the right people, with the right person or mentor, and the right techniques, it definitely works, and it works fast, relatively pretty fast. So yes, if any one of you are facing relationship issues, definitely should try Ho'oponopono.
Yes. So one of my student, he's an 11th grader, he had issues in school. So he thought every time he went to school, the teachers would talk rudely with him and they won't help him. If he had doubts, they would not help him, guide him, and not resolve his issues. And he had multiple issues in the school with friends he had, and with teachers, and also with principal, and whoever he met, he always was fighting or arguing with those people. So when he came to me, the parents brought him for a counseling session. So the very first thing I told him, that learn to forgive, right? So when you're going to school, first do your Ho'oponopono prayer, right? And then if that person is rude to you, then think as he has some problem in his house, he or she has a problem in his house. वो सोच कर you go. So rather than taking him negatively, you forgive him. So that really worked for that guy. But again, it's a relationship, right? आप किसी के साथ भी ठीक नहीं बात कर पा रहे हो. You are feeling every time somebody is talking to you, either they are shouting on you or scolding you, or the friends are fighting, or the friends are rude. They are judging. That was the major thing which he had. He always felt that the teacher is judging and my friends are judging me because I am not as smart as they are. So I said, just forgive them. Just let it go. So that one thing which I learned from Ho'oponopono is, first you change your mindset. Then, everybody else will be fine. Because if you are carrying that negative emotion कि आज स्कूल जाऊंगा तो आज ये मुझे ये बोलने वाला है, the teacher is going to tell me this, I have not finished my homework and I'm going to get shouting, and the principal is going to shout on me because repetitive, right? But teachers do take students to principal, and they also have conversation at that time. So I said, just forget all these things. Just go with a very positive heart. Do your Ho'oponopono prayer and go and just forgive whoever is in front of you. If that person is talking rudely to you, just forgive them. And you talk the way you are supposed to. Bring out your positive energy, because when you do that, the opposite person will, of course, become positive, right? So if someone is shouting on us and if we are just sitting neutral, the person will eventually slow down and maybe just stop talking, right? Many times it would happen. Your being, neutral will of course affect. It's like a mirror effect.
Yes.
Whatever you are doing, if you are getting hyper, they get more motivation to get more hyper. So that way, Ho'oponopono has created magic even for this age kids, and it's really working well. He is trying, he is doing it, and he has changed the way he looks at people. He started talking with his friends. He's grown. His friend circle has grown, after doing Ho'oponopono. So I'm very happy that but literally you have to put in practice again. Right? एक बार करके छोड़ दिया, it's not going to work. You have to be consistent. You have to be doing everything every day. Because I remember one story. One person had he had a lot of money blockages, and he initially started doing Ho'oponopono. Everything got settled, but after 6 months, again he came up with the same story that nahi ho raha, it's not working now, right? But what was the reason? Because initially जब आपको problem था, you started doing Ho'oponopono and everything was fine, right? You started manifesting, but then सब ठीक होने लगा, आपने छोड़ दिया करना.
Yeah, typical human behavior.
Yes. अरे वो Ho'oponopono की बात क्या करें? When I'm doing yoga, every day I was regularly doing yoga. I was feeling so good. Now I had some back issues and I had to stop. Doctor told to break down for some. So I'm literally feeling that my body has started becoming stiff. For flexibility here, it's just gone.
Yeah.
So consistency is so important. In everything, I would say, not in one thing. But same way, if in Ho'oponopono, you need to meditate every day. The morning affirmations, the evening affirmations are so important. So and it can bring magical results. Like करना पड़ता है आपको, मतलब नहीं करो तो कहाँ से मिलेगा result, right?
Yeah, major difference. It's all the game of perspective, mindset and consistency. तो मैं हमेशा ये बोलती हूँ कि अगर आपके पास 6 पैक एब्स है और आपने जिम जाना छोड़ दिया, तो आपके एब्स तो गए.
Yes,
this sticks with people. So like अगर कुछ आपको मेंटेन रखना है तो कंसिस्टेंसी तो आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए, and that applies to literally everything in life.
Yes. और there are people के मैंने तो Ho'oponopono किया तो ये फर्क नहीं पड़ा. But are you doing what is needed to do? मतलब अगर आप बैठे बोल रहे हो कि I am 80 kgs and I want to become 50 kgs, तो मैं Ho'oponopono करूँगी, मैं 50 kgs हो जाऊँगी. So it's not going to work like that, right? You have to work hard for that, right? It's not again a quick fix. God will show you the way how to lose weight. God will show you the way to be consistent in that. So you have to do it. It's not that कि भाई मैं बैठी हूँ, मैं तो Ho'oponopono prayer कर रही हूँ और मेरा वजन कम होने लगा. It's not possible. So those things really people need to understand before doing all these prayers and healing and all that things, right?
Yeah, exactly what we started with, like the alignment of thoughts, actions, emotions. That's exactly what it is. Ho'oponopono will help you clear out the blockages that are holding you back, but you still have to take action. After clearing them out also, if you're taking it easy and you're like कि अब तो Ho'oponopono कर लिया, अब तो चल के आएगा मेरे पास, तो
ऐसा नहीं going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it is not work like that. You still have to take the action, but regardless of your state, in that whatever situation you're dealing with, you will still be able to do it in a easier way. अभी आपको clarity रहेगी, inspired action आप ले पाओगे, and you will be like कि ये तो हो ही जाएगा. Confidence में आपके difference होगा, mindset में difference होगा. This is what Ho'oponopono does. Manifestation और कुछ नहीं है, it's just changing your personality traits, habits or behavior so that you do the things that you are wishing or aiming to do in your mind. मैनिफेस्टेशन यही है. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि कुछ जादू कहीं से हो रहा है. इट्स जस्ट लाइक कि आप डेवलप हो रहे हो, आप ग्रो कर रहे हो टू बिकम दैट पर्सन दैट कैन हैव ऑल द थिंग्स जो 2 से 3 महीने पहले आप सोच रहे थे कि मेरे पास होना चाहिए. दैट इज हाउ यू ग्रो टू दैट लेवल. दैट इज ऑल दैट मैनिफेस्टेशन इज. वो भी कोई मैजिक नहीं है. अभी हम लोगों ने क्या बहुत हाइप कर दिया सारी चीजों को. है ये वही बेसिक चीजें जो हमको बचपन में प्रॉपर्ली सिखाते थे हमारे पेरेंट्स और स्कूल में. वही सारी चीजें हमको फॉलो करनी है, बट जस्ट विद अ ट्विस्ट ऑफ साइंस एंड प्रैक्टिकलिटी.
Yes, so true, so true. So you should tell me, what is one memorable healing experience, or a transformative story, what you would like to share? Like I've shared so many examples. So do you have something which really somebody has got magical results with you and you would like to share?
So there are so many actually. On a daily basis, I'm getting screenshots and WhatsApp messages and all this. But there are some stories that just stays with you because they are like. I think for me, it's those stories that I'm also shocked at. That oh my god, this happened. Then I sit back and think, oh wow, this happened. And so one of those were, I will not take anyone's name for maintaining the confidentiality, but. There was this woman, so she had this knee pain for like 8-10 years. Whenever she used to travel, she used to get this very acute knee pain, and it just got healed in one session right there, and after that it just never happened. And she's like, now I can travel freely. I don't know what miracle you did, but it was just one session. And I'm like, okay, nice. That makes me feel good. Then another key one was again because of an accident. She had some trauma or maybe some limiting beliefs related to it, and she was not able to drive for 10 years straight. And again, we did just one session about it, and she just called some friend, and the same day, or in the morning we did the session, in the evening she went and drove the car after 10 years. And that was one of the best. And she told me, and I was jumping in my home. My parents are like, kya ho gaya? And I was like, it literally, I have created a lot of results myself, but when I see my community members or people creating these results, पता नहीं वो खुशी का level कुछ अलग होता है. So that is, I think, what just hinged me. That's what when I got literally married to the technique कि यार ये feeling मैं छोड़ नहीं सकती किसी भी हालत में as a teacher, because of course you relate to this. School maybe when you create some major transformation in some students, so this is the exact same feeling for that. Then there was another one, and this was the most extreme case that I dealt with so far. So the woman was literally suicidal when she came to me. She said that I have attempted suicide, and I relate because we all have been there. लाइफ में एक बार हम सबने थक हार के सोचा कि यार इससे तो बेटर होता मर ही जाते. ऐसा सबकी लाइफ में आता है पॉइंट, बट उस पॉइंट पे the people you surround yourself with and the guidance or the support that you get, that is the only thing that makes the entire difference. And that makes me feel really proud and lucky that I got to learn the technique when I learned it, because अगर मैंने तब नहीं सीखा होता तो मैं अभी इनको नहीं बता पा रही होती, and I could not maybe have saved. And now again there were relationship issues, there were career issues, and she literally turned her life around in just like 10 sessions or something. So she herself is a coach now, and she is healing others. So ये जो ripple effects create हुए, these I think would be forever top 3 or at least top 10 of my list, that literally, because life changing. This what I can say, that it literally are life transforming. So these are the best of the best that I felt, and बाकी तो daily होते रहते हैं result create. So touch wood, and so grateful for being able to do this, because I had no idea about any of this half my life. At 25 I discovered all these things, then I learned it, and in such a short period of time I literally am able to do this. This is a blessing in itself for me as well. So I think लोग जो कहते हैं कि calling आती है, so maybe ये वही है. I'm still exploring and I know that there's a long way ahead for me because
Yes.
luckily सही time पे सही चीजें और आप जैसे सही लोग मिल गए. So it's gonna be a really fun ride. Yeah.
Yes. More power to you, Ayushi, for doing all this. Yes. So, what you would like to give as a suggestion or an advice to people who are starting, this journey of Ho'oponopono, and there are also people who have started and who are still not able to gain what they want. So, what would you like to give them? Some kind of a suggestion or some kind of an advice.
Okay. The same thing that I also said previously, that first approach everything scientifically and logically. Don't go for that this is magic, voodoo or something, a quick fix या कोई सोन पर आके जादू की छड़ी घुमा देगी and कुछ हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ. Be practical. Approach
Yes.
this as science.
So when you're telling that, sorry to interrupt, but we do that, okay? We give them a imaginary magic wand.
That is, yeah. In visualizations, definitely.
Visualization will do that.
Yes. But still approach it in a scientific way, because even visualization is like molding and rewiring your neurons, your
Yes.
major brain cells. So I always say that when things are combination of science and magic, those are the best. So approach it as that this is a combination of proper science and magic, because the speed with which it creates result, that definitely is magical. So one is that. Then second, again, because as a personal growth coach, my emphasis is always on making things habit, making it your behavior, and making it part of your lifestyle. And I will say this for everything, whether it is effective communication, public speaking, fitness, nutrition, or any habit or any productivity hack or healing, any technique that you follow, unless you make it part of your ritual, your routine, your habit, it will always be like a task to you. Until anything feels like a task to you, you have not engrossed yourself in it properly. So to the beginners, these two things definitely you need to keep it in mind. And then third thing that I learned the hard way, in the beginning phase itself, learn to detach yourself from the result, because I am an obsessive person and I used to do this. I used to get very overly attached with the things I was aiming for and truly obsessive. So I would say turn it down a notch and focus on the process and enjoy it, have fun with it, and then everything will be easy.
Yes, so true, so true. So we tell people that trust in the process, Okay, vishwas rakho, because if you have that trust, I think anything and everything is possible. Because this applies to not only Ho'oponopono, but also to the doctors you go to, right? For the medicines, isn't it? अब आप समझ लो कोई डॉक्टर के पास आप गए and मैं तो ऐसे ही जा रहा हूँ, it's not going to work, right? It's never going to work, right?
Yeah, intention ही आपने गलत सेट कर दिया.
गलत ही सेट करके जा रहे हो. So I feel you have to trust the process, and that is so important when you are doing Ho'oponopono healing. So yes, we come to an end. Ayushi, thank you so much for being here and sharing your journey with us. It's like truly inspiring, to see. Again, I'm telling you, as young as you, with having so much of knowledge, I would say. You've come a long way, and your perspectives and your knowledge is so refreshing, I would say. मैं जो इतने सालों में सीखी, you are doing it this age, and it is really inspiring. It's truly inspiring.
Thank you so much. That is really sweet. But it's always, a treat to talk to you. ऐसा लगता ही नहीं कि some recording or podcast or live is going on. It's like just two friends literally sharing and talking their heart out. So it was lovely experience. And I think now that I've started, I am again obsessive in a good way that I'm definitely going to learn more, create more, and help as many people as possible, impact as many lives as possible. So yeah,
Yes.
hope that happens soon.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It is going to happen.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here. And you can share your, what's your Instagram page name? You can just share that
Yes.
with everyone.
Sure. So, thank you so much, firstly, for this wonderful conversation and this amazing opportunity. So, anyone who is watching this have any kind of doubt, you can just comment down below. My Instagram handle is Evolve with Ayushi. You can connect with me. You can DM me. I have a YouTube channel with the same name, Evolve with Ayushi, and you will find a lot of content on Ho'oponopono healing and personal growth. So, you can just go there, explore it, and see what resonates with you. And if it does, then you can definitely connect with me and we'll take our journey ahead and we'll transform together. That's all.
Yes. And I'm following you, and I'm also in your community group, so I always get your updates.
Oh, wow.
So I'm learning from you constantly, I would say.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah, so we are lifelong learners. We all learning
Yes.
from each other. Just
Yes, so true.
small,
So
beautiful space.
yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And please do like and share your comments with us.
Yes,
Happy
definitely.
Diwali to
Thank you
one
so
and all.
much.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
happy Dhanteras and happy Diwali in
Happy
advance.
Diwali.
And this
Yes.
is a little gift from us to you. Also, comment HEAL in the comment section, and we'll send you some bonuses from my side for free, which are worth actually 3,999 rupees. But since there is Dhanteras and Diwali, so we'll give it to you for free. So just comment down HEAL HEAL in the comment section, and it will be delivered to you, and you can get started for a lot of techniques and manifestation from there. So that's from me to you. May all your desires come true in the fastest speed possible, and may we connect and have a lot of fun.
Yes. Thank you so much, actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye bye. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye. See you, everyone.